Hey guys, welcome to the Dig Your Dream Podcast, the official podcast show of The Guy in the Tie. I'm your host, Ray Digmi, and this is your daily dose for Wednesday, January 1st, 2020. That's right, I said it. January 1st, 2020. This is my daily dose, the small segment of the show where I try my very best to pass along some quick, cool content with the hopes of leaving you both inspired and motivated to get out there and chase your dreams. Well, before we get into this daily dose, I want to start by wishing each and every one of you a very happy new year. And I want to wish each and every one of you nothing but a tremendous amount of health and happiness in this new year and this new decade ahead. So can you believe it? January 1st, 2020. That's right, 2020. I remember like back in the day, I'd watch some movies and they would always use the year like 2020 as an example of like some futuristic time. And I would be like, 2020, that's crazy. By the time we get to 2020, it's going to be nuts. Like we're going to be living in the future. And we are. 2020 is here. The future is here. The future is now for you and me. But before we talk about 2020 and our future, let's talk about what most of us have been doing these last few weeks during the holiday season. At the end of every year, at the end of every holiday season, right before New Year's, most of us take some time to self-evaluate the year that was. That's right. So for a lot of us, we've been looking back on 2019 and evaluating it. Was it a good year? Was it a bad year? Did I win? Did I lose? Did I make some money? Did I lose some money? You know, yada, yada, yada. Self-evaluation and the self-grading of the year that was. But this year, we took it even a step further. We didn't just grade 2019. We self-graded the last 10 years. That's right, the last decade, because today is officially the start of a new decade. So most of us, instead of just grading ourselves on whether we had a good 2019, we're like, did we win the last 10 years? Did we have a successful last decade? And I thought that was kind of cool, especially one of the things that most of us did on social media, where we did the 10-year challenge, where we would find an old photograph of ourselves from 2009 and compared it to a photo of ourselves in 2019. I thought that was kind of cool. I actually shared mine yesterday, so if you didn't see it, make sure you check it out. Anyway, during this self-evaluation of a year or a decade, we really do have to take a hard look and ask ourselves some important questions. Like I mentioned before, did we win or did we lose? Were we successful or were we not? Did we have happiness or sadness? Did we have our hearts broken or did we find love? Now, for most of us, and I would guess that I would say all of us, we probably experience all of that because that's life. My guess is over the last 10 years that each one of us have won and we lost. We've laughed and we cried. And that's okay because that means you're living life. But on this first day of 2020, I want to remind you guys where we can be in a year and where we can be in 10 years. But before I do, let me just remind you this. Wherever you were last night celebrating New Year's, maybe you're at a party, maybe you stayed home, maybe you're in Times Square, wherever you were last night preparing for 2020 to arrive, wherever you were last night, right before the ball was going to drop, when you were counting down to a new year, wherever you were, whether you're happy with your success or happy with your progress, know one thing. Wherever you were last night was exactly where you needed to be in order to become the person that you were meant to be. That's right. Wherever you were last night, ending that decade, was exactly where you needed to be in order for you to become the person that you were meant to be in this next decade. So what I want to do today is remind you that on this first day of 2020, on this first day of a new year, it is an opportunity to start fresh. It is an opportunity to look in the mirror and say, I want to go somewhere else. I want to become a better version of myself in a year from today. And let me tell you, we could all be somewhere else a year from today. We could all make so much progress in a year. Your life can be completely different in 1 year. We could all be healthier in a year. We could all be more successful in a year. We could all be more helpful and kinder to each other in a year. Just think, over the next 365 days, if you work hard, if you stay optimistic, you just might get a promotion at work. You might make a ton of new friends. You might travel more. You might start hitting the gym and get healthier. You may even fall in love. A year can make a world of difference. And here's the coolest part of today being the first day of a new year, but also the first day of a new decade. Could you imagine a year from today, You look back on your life and you're like, oh my God, I've made so much progress. I got that promotion. I traveled to that city I always wanted to go. I saved more money. I may have bought a home. I may have met the person who I was meant to be with for the rest of my life. And when you sit there a year from today and you realize that you made so much more progress, you're going to realize one more thing. That if you made that much progress in 1 year, could you imagine the amount of progress you could make in a decade? That's right. Could you imagine where you can be in 10 years from today? So on this first day of 2020, I want to encourage you. I hope to inspire you a little bit that no matter where you are, no matter where you think you are, no matter how deep of a hole you might be, or how impossible your dream may be, or if you think that you're never going to get to where you want to go, I want to remind you, motivate you, and inspire you that a year from now, it could be completely different. It could be completely different. So today, the first day of a new year, the first day of 2020, get up and go. Get up and make it happen. Hit the gym, get healthier, get stronger, smile more, be happy, keep your eyes open. Look for that person who's going to come into your life and change your life. Help more people, study more, read more, live more. Before I let you go on this daily dose, I do want to add one more piece to the formula. In order for you to make so much progress that a year from now, you're like, holy cow, my whole life has changed. I'm finally doing what I wanted to do. I'm building the momentum and I'm headed in the direction that I've always wanted to go. A year from now, everything can change, right? But in order for it to happen, in order for your whole life to go in a different positive direction, you have to put in the work. You have to be willing to implement habits that are going to help you get there. You got to put in the time. You got to stay optimistic. You got to keep a smile on your face. All those things are part of the formula. But here's one other piece. You have to believe. Those of you that know me well know that I love the word believe. But over the last few months, I've been taking a deeper look at the word believe. Yes, you have to believe in yourself. There's no doubt about it. You have to believe in yourself. Because if you don't believe in yourself, who else is going to believe in you? But I'm going to take it a step further than that. You can't just believe in yourself. You have to believe that you deserve it. That's right. You have to believe that you deserve it. I want to let you guys in on a little secret. A lot of you that watch this, and I'm so thankful that you do. I don't know if there's 1 or 1,000, I'm not sure, but whoever's watching this, thank you. But a lot of you out there that either know me or watch me play baseball or have been watching myself and the Digmi team attempt to build our brand, I've heard, people say, Ray's so outgoing. He's so confident. He believes himself so much. And I'd like to think that's all true. But what I want to admit on this first day of 2020 is this. I think that I doubt myself just as much, if not more, than almost anyone else out there. And I've been really working on that. And one of the things that really has hindered my performance or the ability to move forward is this. For some strange reason, I'm not quite sure that I've ever truly believed that I deserved it. I've always questioned if I deserve to be successful in baseball. Do I deserve to be successful in business? Did I deserve to find love? That's been a big issue in my life, believing that I deserve it. I have a feeling that I'm not the only one out there that actually has that issue. So on this first day of 2020, on this first day of this new decade, think about where your life can be in 1 year. Think about how much progress you can make in 365 days. And then when we get there, all we have to do is say, let's do it for the next 10. But before we do, before you get to work, before you get out there and put in the time, I need you to do me a favor. And I need me to do me a favor too. You have to believe that you deserve it. So on this first day of 2020, I want to wish you all the most incredible year ahead, the most incredible decade ahead. And I want you to believe that you deserve it. Because you do deserve it. I do deserve it. So let's go out there and let's live the life that we deserve. That was your daily dose for January 1st, 2020, the first day of a new year and the first day of a new decade. Like I always say, whether it's 1, 100, 1,000, or 1,000,000 of you that end up watching or listening to this podcast, just know you are the one reason I love to do it every single day. Now, until tomorrow, you know what you have to do. Get out there, tip your cap, and dig your dream. By the way, I know you like my blazer. Peace.